E benvenuto, Martin. Grazie.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me to speak. My first time speaking in this kind of environment. I'm nervous. I hope I don't speak too fast. You will let me know if I speak too fast. I'm very aware that I'm coming from what is called the global north. I'm from specifically London, which is a place of great wealth as well as poverty, but great wealth, a global centre of financial power, economic power, political power, and military power. I'm very aware that to speak and act of non-violence, active non-violence here, or where I come from, I was born in London, I lived in London nearly all my life until last year. Now I live in Birmingham. But I'm very aware that to speak and act in non-violence in that place is much safer than to do it elsewhere in the world on places Pope Francis calls the peripheries. In these places, as Jesus experienced, it is much more dangerous. So I'm speaking here, I hope, first of all, of my own experience and motivation for doing this, for taking part, being committed to active non-violence. The first and most important basis of my motivation, obviously, is my faith. My conviction that Jesus is a pacifist, is non-violent. He showed that in his teaching, in his words, but also he put it into practice in his life, most especially in the Passion and on the cross, where he allowed himself to be executed, to be persecuted, and he told his followers to put away the sword when they tried to defend him. If we can think of anything or anyone more important to defend with force and violence in the history of the human race, obviously that person would be Jesus. And he did not do that, he did not want that. And the early Christians, on the whole, up till the time of Constantine, before the Roman Empire and Christianity became intertwined, became interconnected, early Christians often quoted that phrase that they had been told by Jesus to put away the sword, that participation in army of violence was not permissible for the Christian. And in the Passion, Jesus shows us at least two aspects related to that subject. Firstly, to use a phrase that I got from Walter Wink, who was mentioned yesterday, engaging the powers, that the myth of redemptive violence, which the world teaches us, is not true, but instead what is redemptive suffering. This is what saves the world. When there is a war coming, they tell us this is the end of the world. The only way we can save the world is by the use of war and violence. And this is repeated in...
Wait a moment.